on this question, we can imagine just dividing both sides by the common thing we're seeing, which is the x minus 29. And on the left side, that'll give us a 1. Because when you have the same thing on the top and the bottom, it divides out to a 1. On the right side, it leaves us with x minus a. If we add a to both sides, we'll get x equals a plus 1. And we've found a solution. The question here is whether or not that's the only solution. And so that'll be our method 1. And our second approach here is to start getting it equal to 0 because this is a quadratic. It's if you simplify it out, you'll have an x squared term, you'll have an x term. So as much as we don't like it, it's a quadratic. And if we just take away x and add 29 to both sides, we'll have this whole thing minus x plus 29. So now we have it organized like that. And if we factor out a minus 1 right here, that'll leave us with x minus 29. And the reason we should do that is because at this stage, when we saw the x minus 29 and x plus 29, the thought process right there should be, well, if only we could get x minus 29, and when we have the same thing, it'll enable us to factor better. So then comes the idea of saying, okay, well, if this is minus and this is plus, factoring out a minus is going to make this the plus and this the minus. So now we've got that minus 1 factored out, and we should take out x minus 29 because that's a common factor among both of the terms, because this term had an x minus 29 and this one did. And so when you take out a common factor, you have to look at what's left. And what's left is x minus a minus 1. So let's just write it like that, x minus a minus 1. But the zero product rule says that if two things are multiplied out to 0, in this case, this thing and this thing, then you can set each part equal to 0. So x minus 29 equals 0. And there you get x equals 29. And here you get x minus a minus 1 is 0. So if you add a and add 1, you get x equals a plus 1. Now that's the answer that we had gotten in the beginning, so it makes sense that we're getting it again, but we didn't have 29 yet, so that's 3, and the answer is C for this, 2 and 3.